Maddie, Shauna made it clear that when she saw your tape, she said, we have to have it. Was she pretty straightforward with you when she called?
Yeah, I would say she was very straightforward. She made it known that she wanted me on the team, and I definitely felt that from the beginning compared to like all these other schools. So I mean, it felt great knowing I was wanted, and that's the reason I came here.
What's the adjustment process been like for you the first couple weeks or month on campus?
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. Obviously, the Big Ten to me is a lot more challenging, and I mean, it's one of the best, if not the best, basketball conference. So like that's a huge change compared to where I was at. Definitely more challenging, more physical. So that's a huge change. But the girls and the coaches have helped me a lot. So I mean, I feel great being here, and I think I'm adjusting pretty well.
Has there been anybody in particular that's kind of taken you under their wing and has helped you along the way?
You know what, it's like all the new girls, I feel like we're all pretty close. And then I've just been getting advice on the court from everyone that's been here, which has been great. And I work with Barry a lot, so we've just been helping each other with like little details. Like she's helping me, I get to watch her footwork and stuff like that. And then she's watching me as well. And we're just pushing each other to be the best that we can be.
How much are you referenced the challenge of moving to the Big Ten, but how much are you looking forward to that, of testing your game at this level after having the success you did at Villanova?
Yeah, I mean, I was comfortable at Villanova, and I think coming here, I'm able to be uncomfortable, and that's how I'm going to grow as a person and a player. So I'm super excited about that, and my game's just going to transform and become even better, and I'm really excited to see that. So yeah.
Tell us about your game. What skill set do you bring to the court?
I'd say I bring a lot of intensity, offense and defense, a lot of energy. I like my mid-range pull-ups. I feel like I'm a 3-level scorer, but I think defense is something I really like to focus on because I think that's how you're going to play, and that's why you're on the court, because you got to defend, and then other side's just offense. You can always make that work, but yeah.
Shauna has talked about your defense quite a bit. Like, to hear her belief in what you can be on that side, what's that do for you?
I mean, it just brings me a lot of confidence knowing that she has my back with that. Like, she's always giving me advice on what I can do defensively, and then also praising me, and that is really important because then it just helps, again, like raises my confidence. So I mean, it feels great.
Did you know anything about Illinois? The program or the school or where it was at before she reached out and they started recruiting you in the portal?
So it's funny because we actually, at my old school, played them in the WBIT championship. I was injured that game, but I got to see them play. I mean, we're just like, their guards are amazing. And then they had KB, who's an amazing rebounder. And then just looking into the program more, just seeing the growth that has come since Coach Green has got here, it's amazing. And like I've said this before, it's something I want to be a part of, and I want to help them continue to grow.
Did you get a sense that the physicality, watching them on film, watching how they're guarded, you would have to change something with the summer about physicality, your game physically before you even play the game?
Yeah, I knew there was a lot I needed to change for sure, especially in the weight room. That's definitely challenging for me, but I've already seen a lot of growth, and I'm going to start translating that onto the court a bit more. When I first got here, we would go live a little bit. It was difficult, but I think now I'm adjusting to it pretty well and just continuing to grow that aspect of my game.
Shauna's really talked about your motor the last couple weeks in practice. Where does that come from? Like, how would you describe that?
I think my motor just comes from like my joy of the game. When I was younger, I was always the first one up the court, the first one back on defense. And I think that's just something that has always stuck with me. That's like, I want to be the hardest worker on the court. So I think that's something I try to do every time I'm on the court.
When you're a new face, like, do you feel like that can be endearing to some new teammates if you're going at that pace with that motor?
I think it just helps push everyone even harder. Like, again, like people are trying to match each other. Like if I see someone else working hard, I want to match that or even work harder. So I think it's just all of us challenging each other, and I think that's really great for this program.
Can you lead immediately, or is that going to take time for you as a transfer as you play?
I think I can lead immediately in certain ways. So obviously not overall, like I can't tell people like what they're doing wrong with their footwork or like how to fix it in that way. But I think I bring a different perspective of the game because I played in such a different like offense and everything. So I see the game differently. But I think for me, it's more about encouraging others and just lifting each other up is something like I try to focus on being a leader. So yeah.
Just what, from a system perspective, just the differences, between what you did at Villanova versus what you maybe expect to do here? What does that kind of look like, just that you maybe seen in just a short period of time?
I think overall it's just like everything's really different. I think my role is not exactly the same, and that's okay because we have a lot of scorers on this team, and then we have a lot of great defenders. So for me, it's just bringing overall my entire game and just doing what I can on the court. And then again, just like the adjustments, like it's very challenging here, but that's something I want just to help me grow. So yeah.
What's been the hardest thing to adapt to, and have there, what's the support been like to kind of help you along to get adjusted to those areas?
Yeah, I think it's, for me, I've always liked to play fast. So here we get to play fast and I enjoy that a lot. And I didn't play fast at my old school. So, I mean, that's different, but I enjoy that. And then also, again, in the weight room, like that in conditioning is very different from what I'm used to. But I mean, all the girls are like so supportive of me and like helping me out all the time and like lifting me up if I like go higher in my weights or anything like that. And then just anytime I do anything good on the court, I just feel so supported by everyone, and it just feels great. Like even the coaches, they're always involved and like talking to me about what I can fix, and then the next time I do it, they're like, that looks good, like you changed that. Like it feels great, just like that.
You want to challenge yourself with change. Was there anything fresh about it's not the same routine that you've grown used to, whether it be on the court or off the court for the last few years?
Yeah, I think that just makes it more exciting that like everything's new. Obviously it can be nerve-wracking, but I mean it feels great just being in a new place, kind of being able to like reinvent myself in a way, and just seeing how people see me now and here, just being one of like the hardest workers is like super important to me. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
What were you searching for when you went in the portal?
I was searching for a school that played faster, and again, like somewhere that would really challenge me, and just somewhere where we can all look to score, and just great environment with great culture. My old school had great culture, but that's again what I was looking for. And then just all the girls being close. That's something that's really important to me. Like on and off the court dynamic is super important. So they had everything here, and I mean, the coaches made it seem like they really wanted me to play and do great. So yeah.
How would you describe that experience? Was it initially scary to not know who would want you, and then kind of tough to weed through everybody?
Yeah, no, it's definitely taking a risk having to go in the portal and everything, because I mean, you don't know where you're going to end up, and you just have to trust that what you did at your old school was enough to go somewhere even better, greater. So I mean, that was really scary, but I mean, I don't know, it just, you kind of know in the moment when it happens. Like this is my first visit coming here, and I knew this was the place, and I don't think anywhere else is going to have anything for me better than this place. So yeah.
Did you end up taking those other visits, or did you wait on them here?
Yeah, I committed while I was here. Like I was about to leave, and then I was like, you know what, there's no reason I should go anywhere else, so I just committed here.
All right, thank you.